Hi everyone, welcome to Acutely Amanda. I'm Amanda. I'm on a decluttering, destashing, lo-fi, gardening journey and more, and I'm so glad to have you with me. Today I'm talking about decluttering one of my personal junk drawers. So I don't really like calling it a junk drawer because it wasn't really junk, but it was the drawer where I tossed everything that I didn't have a moment to deal with, so it was technology, sentimental items, and more. So let's take a look at what it looked like before right now. This is the drawer that I need to tackle next. If I'm being honest, I am feeling very overwhelmed by it. So I'm going to try to tackle it a little bit at a time. See if that makes it less overwhelming. Okay, so I was able to declutter this huge bag of stuff out of that one drawer. So I'm going to go through it now with you to talk about what I did. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because I actually did it really gradually over the course of a couple of weeks in my spare moments. And I put it in this bag and I said I'll talk about it all at once at the end. I think that's, for a lot of us, a more realistic way of decluttering. Like, we can't really actually do it all at once, especially if some of it's sentimental items. So it's really important to be honest about that, I think, on YouTube, because like sometimes it looks like people do it all at once, and that's just not actually possible. So let's talk about what I am getting rid of from that drawer. Okay, so by far the largest amount that I have to get rid of is actually trash and recycling. So it's things like this empty box from a Garmin that I got that I threw in the drawer because I was thinking I need to make sure the Garmin works before I get rid of the box. But it's also things like I have two of these commencement programs from my graduation. I actually had three. I didn't need three. I could keep one. So I said I'll get rid of that. It's also these piles of paper, and some of them were sentimental. So some of this is greeting cards. But I actually went and I scanned everything sentimental from that drawer in. You can see that in this video clip. I'm not getting rid of everything that I scanned in though. I'm keeping the most sentimental things that I really want physically. But a lot of these I'm happy to just have digitally. So you can see that I'm getting rid of a whole pile of greeting cards that I just don't need physically after I've had them digitally. And then I also have some things like worn out pajamas that I had thrown into that drawer. I think I felt emotionally attached at the moment, but now time has passed and I don't feel that way anymore. I have a better system for this in place now. I have a bag that I keep separate from everything else, where I put things for about a month until I see how I feel about it. So that helps with that. The more interesting things that I found in this drawer though were things like my ancient cell phone. So this is 2 cell phones ago. It's broken. And I did the work to clear all of my data off of it so I could send it in for recycling. You can do that for free. I'm happy to keep my most recent old phone just in case my current one breaks and you still have a backup one. You can just turn it on and reconnect it to your account. But I definitely didn't need this 2 generations removed one. Similarly, this is my 2 generations removed Amazon Kindle, and I definitely don't need it, so I'm going to I cleared everything off of it and I'm going to sell that. This is a picture that someone gave me that I do not feel emotionally attached to, so I'm just going to try to sell that. This is a camera. I have way more cameras than I need. I feel no emotional attachment to this one, so I'm going to sell it. And then I don't know if anyone will actually want this because it's just like an old notebook cover for putting notebooks inside of, but I'll see if anyone wants it, see if I can get rid of it, because it's nice enough to keep it out of the landfill. And then I just have a couple of plastic bags that I'm holding on to for my Poshmark sales. Sometimes there's things you want to wrap in plastic before you put it in the packaging to keep them safe during shipping. So that's everything that I'm getting rid of. Now let's look at the after of how my drawer looks now. Here is my drawer now after all of the decluttering. So you can see it's about half as full as it was before. I nudged all of the things that I kept over to the left because I want to use this extra space to put my off-season clothes. So since it's the spring, I'll be putting my winter clothes in here. On the left of the things that I kept, you can see this is some extra pieces for my garments. I've got some charging cables, I've got some watches, more charging cables, and then these are sentimental items, which includes my very first Kindle, which was a Kindle keyboard, which I feel very sentimentally attached to. So it's sentimentals and some tech stuff that I actually do still need. And then this drawer actually had my winter pajama top in it. So I'm keeping it here because I'm going to be taking the things from the drawer above it, which is overstuffed with clothes right now, and putting the off-season things here to the right. So that was the decluttering process for this one drawer. So you can see it is a process, and I'm just going to keep going out and doing more as I keep going. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.